Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you a really helpful feature in Google Chrome that allows you to manage your tabs a lot more efficiently and easily because you can organize them into groups. And it also takes away some of the clutter on your screen. So this is helpful if you know that you need to have several tabs open pretty much every day or throughout the day. You don't want to close them or just want to have a more polished look on your screen. Maybe you always have your It's Learning page pulled up. You have PowerSchool for attendance, PowerTeacher Pro, and maybe your Google Drive. Those are some common things you have open, and then your instructional resources as well. So this is a way to kind of group all of those required pieces, those things not to close together, and then also have separate tabs for other aspects. So to do this, you need to be in Chrome. That's the first thing. And when I have some tabs open, there's a couple ways I can do this. So if I right click on a tab I have open, I also have some options to move this around, but the one that you want to look at here is where it says add tab to new group. I don't have any groups created yet, so I'm going to create one. And we're just going to call this one slides. All right. And I like to color code mine, but you can do whatever you need to do for your preferences. All right. So there we go. There's now this little marker here that signifies that tab is a part of it. And if I click where it said slides, it kind of is a filing cabinet and tucks that in there so it's not making my screen look nearly as cluttered as it was before. If I click that again, I have the option to look at the ones in that tab. So to add in other, maybe similar tabs that need to be a part of that group, I can right click and add tab to the existing group. I can also click and drag into that group. And if you're wanting to do the click and drag method, you need to make sure that you don't have it, the filing cabinet can close like that you have it open like so. All right, I can repeat this whole process, add tab to a group. I can create a new group and go through and do all of those different pieces. So that is a really helpful feature for kind of making your screen a little bit easier to follow and keeping yourself organized. So technically, even though these are super helpful and you probably want to have a similar setup from day to day, there's not like a save button here that saves all of them and immediately comes open the next time that you need to use these tabs and groups in a Chrome session. But there is a little bit of a hack that you can use to accomplish this. And this really only works if you are signed into your browser, which you should always do just so you have the full functions of Chrome and it remembers the settings that you have in place. So what I'm going to do is click the three-dot button here at the right. And if I go to history, it has these groupings here that say recently closed. So if those are the last things that I closed on my device, I click recently closed, voila, my groups are back. All right, so that is one way you can do this. The other is that technically if you save these groups into the bookmarks bar, it's another quick way to access them, but I kind of like the way of going through history and just opening them from there is a fast way. All right, so the other way, the other option that you have if you don't use the little three-dot history button and open your tabs from there, another option is to change one of your settings on your Chrome browser so that anytime you open a session, it takes you where you left off. So the caveat to this is that if you want to use this method, it needs to be that you have these tab groups on your screen, and that's kind of like the last thing that you have open and close before you sign off of Chrome and restart your device, because it will take you to whatever pages and series of pages that you have open before you leave. So to do that, I'm going to click my three-dot button here, and I'm going to go to Settings. And in Settings, I'm not going to dig through all of this, so I just type in continue where you left off. All right, so I already have that turned on. So what I can do here is just turn this button on. It'll be highlighted blue when I have that selected. And then I always just go back to this main screen here. And what it should do is the next time that I open Chrome, it should take me right where I left off here on the screen, which is in some of my groups and my tabs. All right. Now, the first time I did notice when I used this feature, it's almost like it needed 2 sessions before it remembered that. So you could always use the history piece, and there we go. And it saved my group tabs there as well. So those are just some tips for managing your tabs and trying to save them. If you have any questions, please let me know.